Alright, so that test seemed to be going pretty good. Alright, then. I think I'm finally up and ready after, well, a few hours of frustration. Granted, I still don't fully understand what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna need more help with this later. But at the very least, I got to record my Minecraft. So that's at least good, and it no longer sounds like a robot with two recording devices. Granted, I still have no idea what the capture card does at this point, since I have to use another program, but I mean, despite the fact that I had to do it on myself with the instruction manual that's sort of out of date for the program, I did pretty good by myself. Yeah. I'm still probably gonna need help to set this up later, but it works for now. So, I guess this is... Just got a text from my girlfriend. It's all capitals. She's screaming, "Skydivers are buff as fuck. Holy shit, I can't move my arms." She went to iFly today. I was unable to go because I was feeling under the weather. I don't know if she'll be joining me because she doesn't like mods, and Tekkit just won't seem to work on her laptop. She said no. Anyway, I guess I'm doing recording because, well, this particular recording because, well, I just need to figure out my software and all that. If I do upload this video, I guess it'll primarily to be just like a little showing of, hey, look what I did, look what I'm building, to sort of brag to my friends. So there's probably not going to be a lot of jokes, probably a lot of silence because my dad's sleeping. My dad's roommate is probably sleeping. I mean, it's the day, so probably. So then again, I don't imagine anyone else who would click on my videos aside from me or my friends, considering, well, I don't know if this is going on the Loaf channel or my personal channel. In my personal channel, like, the only subscribers I have are some of my friends. Oh man, I just remembered Ethan from 7th grade or 8th grade science class with Miss Sexton, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, check out my YouTube channel." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then he was a good friend. But all the videos on my channel right now are just German projects, which, to be honest, first of all, it was just mortifying showing to our German class. It was mortifying showing them to our German class, but I mean, aside from the kind of the cruddy editing, because we normally finished editing it and started like 1 or 2 nights before the due date. I mean, we had fun with the scripts. We had a lot of jokes. Granted, our class didn't understand them, and that probably and that's probably the reason why they, like, sucked so badly in class compared to the others. But we had fun with them. Granted, we sort of shoved some of the requirements into the script, like, last second, but we had fun. Anyway, this is just gonna be, hey, look what I've done, because she doesn't like mods, so I can just throw this on YouTube and she'll be like, oh, hey, that's cool. That's what you're doing. And I'm like, yeah. So enough of my rambling. Can minimize that window. I still haven't given it a name, but yeah, it's just my little building world. Oh no. No. Oh. Hey, Harley. You should go, little puppy. You should go, puppy. Alright. Oh, I thought it said, why are you going? Why are you gay? Because I was watching Dan TDM, like watching some of the videos from like 2013, and I'm just like, god damn, that used to like be like my lifeblood that got me through school, you know. So I sort of copied, but anyway, long story short, like I got hit with like a wave of nostalgia when it's like, hey guys, Dan here from the Diamond Minecart, and today we'll, and like I'm just like, oh damn. That was like 4 or 5, well, like, depending on the video, like 5 years ago. 5, 6 years ago, god damn. So I pretty much copied his fridge, because otherwise I was just gonna do 2 dispensers, one on top, one on bottom. Kind of like back throw it. Let's see, I worked on this like 3 days ago, so I'm sort of like zapped out. I could probably replace the bricks on the bottom floor with the yellow bricks too. But then again, part of me is also like, it's too late to do anything. Fuck it. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. I remember I was talking earlier, or debating the fact, like, oh, maybe I should live stream to Twitch. Primarily because, my girlfriend, her brother, I'm not sure which one, I'm assuming it's California Boy, but he was like, oh, you should try doing Twitch if you guys were planning on doing YouTube. And I'm like, haha, nerd. And then we never got around to it because we're still trying to figure out everything. But, you know. Ugh. I'm sick. A big old slab. Yeah, that might look bad. I remember roughly, well, not necessarily when, like, Feed the Beast first came out, or I guess Tekkit first came out, or whatever, but I remember back in, I want to say middle school, when my friend Anders had told me, like, oh yeah, there's this really cool thing called, Feed the Beast. It allows you to put mods on Minecraft, and me, having, you know, watched Skyda's Minecraft and, you know, Deadlocks, or not, wait, is that, like, and like True Moo, Yogscast, Atlanticraft, and all that. I'm just like, oh man, mods appeal to me so much. I don't know how to get them on though. My sister had gotten Aether on the computer on our mom's Mac some point, but she refused to tell me how or let me play it for that matter. 'Cause I did I can't remember if I had a Minecraft account at that point, but yeah, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Can I play it, please? And then she's like, no. And then she hid, like, the Minecraft that was modded, so I couldn't find it and play it on my own. And so I'm like, damn, I love me some mods. They look so much fun. You know, and... you know, so Anderson's like, oh yeah, so you should get, like, Feed the Beast. It's, like, really cool. It's got like mod packs and everything. I'm like, he's like, you can find just about anything on there. I'm like, wow. Speaking of which, I remember, and so my favorite mod pack was like Magic Farm, because I'm one of those people who are like, oh, in a game where you could be anything or do anywhere, or you know, where you could like like you could travel galaxies or fight dragons and all that. You could do literally everything. Why would... I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it does appeal to me, but when compared to like a game that's just like, hey, live in a small community and do chores, I'm like, hot diggity damn. Hot diggity daffodil, sign me the fuck up. You know, so magic, and I always enjoyed farming in Minecraft. I always preferred it to, like, fighting monsters because, I don't know, when I was younger, like, well, not necessarily younger, but, well, younger than I am now. We had gotten our first Xbox. It was a 360, and had, like, Call of Duty Zombies on it, you know, like Halo, like all these first-person shooter games, and I remember extensively, like, zombies freaked me out. Not necessarily because of, like, the whole undead situation, but my sister had taken it very real, because, like, my mom and sister were in, like, that zombie apocalypse phase, I guess. You know, my mom would take me and her over to our aunt's to watch Walking Dead every time, like, a new episode came out. You know, but it was because of the fact that, like, because of these games and like movies like Zombieland or all that, my sister would like came up with like a serious plan, like, oh, alright, if the apocalypse broke out, here's what we're gonna do. The Mall of America most likely is going to be filled with people, scavengers and all the like. And then so she'd be like, alright, so here's our plan. If our house gets overrun and we can no longer use it a home base. And, like, it was very detailed, and because of, like, I believe the movie was, like, Zombieland, you know, she's like, alright, because I'm like, I don't understand, why would she want to shoot her sister, even if she was infected, and Sam's like, well, would you rather have me shoot you, or some complete stranger shoot you, if you were dying, and, so, yeah. Like, the whole scenario of, alright, if one of us gets infected, I'm gonna have to shoot you, you're gonna have to shoot them, our parents, everything, and I'm like, oh god. No. That's, So COD always freaked me out. Granted, Sam and I would always get to, like, we'd be on transit and we'd get to, like, such high levels. Like, we'd get to, like, 46, but, like, on her own, she'd just, like, be beast moding it with her and Dana. I remember at one time Anna Mini, the first time it was held in like the new location. Sam was wearing her Anna cosplay, and she's just cracking down on it. I think she got to like level 87 or something. I remember someone like posting like, "Oh damn, can I take a photo?" And Sam's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then I don't remember. I think it might have been Tumblr, may have been Twitter, but he's like Princess Anna kicking ass on COD or something. You know, it was pretty cool, and I felt proud. I mean, granted, it wasn't me, but it was my sister, but I still felt proud. It was like the first time I ever cosplayed too. I was like Pinkie Pie. My hair was dyed pink. Sam had curled my hair. Mom had made a quick pink dress for me like a few days before. You know, we had bought balloons, star-shaped, blue and I think yellow. You know, it was fun. Actually, that might have been my second year costume. No. Maybe. You know, it was my first year going. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Magic Farm. Like, I loved farming in Minecraft. You know, I was always scared of the monsters. Maybe it was because I was afraid of dying. Probably not. It might have just been because I was afraid of losing my things or, like, losing my location and having to backtrack all the way back to my house, just, like, biomes away. I'm not too sure. But whatever it was, still haunts me to this day. Yeah, I'm not exactly the best Minecraft builder. I mean, my style's very plain. Might be thinking, oh, but what about all these fancy accents? Well, accents. My sister was very good at building. She may have used guides, I'm not too sure, but whatever it was, she always managed to, like, outshine me, so I'm like, alright, I gotta, you know, watch some videos, learn how to, like, better my skills so I can try and beat her at something. Because I still remember, I have on my old PC, like, several worlds where Sam and I would play together. I remember she made a farmhouse and I think I built the barn. But she made a farmhouse next to, like, my barn. And then she made, like, this little mansion, too, for herself. I was really proud of my chicken coop that I made, though. I was really happy for that. Because I really liked how it turned out. Anyway. She was always good at building, so I'm like, let me just watch these Minecraft building videos. Granted, they may not be the most, like, highly detailed, fix your place. But, you know, they were better than nothing. You know, like, for beginners, you know, it might not be, you know, the most fancy shit you see on, like, servers with, like, all the swirls and all that. Because you got, like, some sort of OCD or whatever, and everything just has to be symmetrical. And just, yeah. But, you know, they were simple facts, but I like to think that they helped a lot. You know? And then when me and my girlfriend are playing, like, she might know I'm capable of doing this. I'm not sure if she is, but every so often I'll just be like, oh god, it's getting dark. I'm scared of the zombies. We're on easy mode, but I'm scared. Let me just bundle myself up in my cheap little safe haven, you know, to wait out the night. And then she's like, oh, well, but how will we see? Speaking of which, I gotta bring that saved world over to my new computer. She's like, oh, but how will we see if it's day? I'm like, oh, you're right. Do you have a slab or some stairs? And then she's like, yep. And then I'm like, ooh. Shit. And then I'll be like, bam, tiny window. Oh, shit. Be like, bam, tiny window. And then she'd be like, hot damn. And then I'll just, like, go overboard. I'm like, oh, let's make, like, a grand castle, but build it out of dirt and cobblestone. Because I remember I used to make everything out of cobblestone. It was, like, one of my first Minecraft worlds ever. It was a cozy little place. And it was tight, but it was tall. It was in, like, a snow biome. With, like, spruce trees. It was right on or next to a lake. But regardless, I had, like, memorized a path because I also create a structure that had like little trapped cow in it. Yeah. It was my first survival worlds. Granted, it was on peaceful, but I loved it. I still remember the day. I want to say it was my 9th birthday. I'm not sure. I remember talking about Minecraft with some of my friends. Oh, you know, I remember talking about Minecraft with Tristan in 6th grade, like right when it came out, you know, outside like Miss Fall's math classroom. And he's like, yeah, so there's this game called Minecraft. I'm like, oh, I have heard of this. Yeah, I have, because my sister, I'd never played it, but I had heard of it. He's like, yeah, so it's this really fun game. I'm like, oh yes, I enjoy it so, you know, like a liar. Because I had never played it. I hadn't even seen the game open. I just knew it existed. I knew Sam played it. But I'm like, yes. As I slip in a lie, I enjoy this game too, for I've played it. And then he's like, oh yeah, like Tristan was so, like, Tristan's a good guy. He was a good friend. Granted, he distanced himself in middle school, or later in middle school, and then throughout high school, but he's a good kid. Good guy. I hope I can call him friend once again, but post high school graduation, it's sad to say, I don't think I'll ever see him again. Sad to say that about a lot of people too. River was a good kid. I always wanted to be his friend. I mean, I considered us friends. I mean, in sociology, I'd consider us friends. Sebastian, Tony, I mean, they were friend of a friend, but I just wanted to be their friends. Ethan, I'd like to see him again. He was fun. Spastic a little bit, but he was fun. Well, not really spastic, but he was easygoing. Anyway, what was I talking about? God, I honestly don't know. Alright. Oh, yeah. So, 6th grade, Tristan was like, oh yeah, so Minecraft, it's fun. And I'm like, yeah, it is, for I play the game a lot, you know, like a liar. And so, like, it would be something we'd talk about every day before class while we were waiting in the commons, you know. I genuinely enjoyed it, you know. It started appreciating my game for Minecraft, even though I had never played it. You know, I'm just like, oh, a game where you build stuff, that sounds like a lot of fun. You know, build to your heart's content. You know, and so, like, he would tell me about, like, how to craft certain things, because I'd be like, well, how do I make this or this? And then he'd be like, oh, it's simple, all you gotta do is, like, this or this, you know. And I remember he even, like, drew down some instructions for me, like how to make a cake or how to build, a door, even. I vividly remember the drawings. It was a lot of fun. You know. And then I had actually gotten Minecraft. Because I remember having it in 7th grade. because I remember doing, like, it was like a short story assignment. I remember, well, first off, this, by all means, when I started writing, I'm like, short story, I don't like writing, and then I'd start writing, and then I'd be like, God, I love writing. I remember working on this story. Alright, so, a short story. At first I'm, like, thinking, oh, okay, hey, I'll use Minecraft. Hey, Anders, could I use your Minecraft character, you know, as, like, a cameo in my story? He's like, yeah, sure. You know, it was like this whole thing, like, the world was thrown into chaos. Like, there were cities with, like, high walls, I guess, in, like, Attack on Titan, if I'd never heard of, I don't even think it was out by then. But, like, oh, all these towns have, like, high walls or barriers, force fields and all that. And, like, inside these towns would be, like, peaceful settings. But outside the walls was where, like, the monsters reigned and all that. There were train stations connecting each of these towns, roads, paths. And then, you know, I remember writing this story vivid. I still actually have all the papers. In fact, it was about this time where I started doing everything in pen, because pencil just does not last. But it started off as like a short story, and then it just bloomed like full on that I was writing this story like after tennis practice, waiting for my dad to pick me up. I was writing it during tennis tournaments. I had a lot of fun in tennis, and then 8th grade I stopped to focus on my work. And grades, and then 9th grade I'm like, oh, I should join tennis again, and then they're all just like, no, you can't. I'm like, well, why not? And they're just like, you can't, you weren't there in 8th grade. And I'm like, oh gee, fuck you guys, I guess. Okay. Or well, fuck me, I guess. Alright, I guess I'm not playing tennis ever again. I still enjoy it every now and then. I really love tennis. Anyway, but like 7th grade, I was playing with Anders. We were having a lot of fun running around doing shit. But yeah, it was... I still talk to Anders, thankfully. He's one of my best friends. I would never get rid of him. I hope he's doing okay, because he recently got into, not necessarily trouble, but there was an accident. So I hope he's doing okay. I mean, last I heard, he was recovering. He was doing fine. But still. Oh man, that window is so useful. I can see the wall with it. So useful. I'm actually afraid with how quiet I'm talking. I'm actually afraid that my voice might not pick up on the snowball. The schneeball. Oh well.
You know that beast?
You're a real toddler, you know that beast. I don't know, I mean, I remember one world I made, it was Superman. It was on my PC. So I think it was on Moip. But it had like hallways stretching everywhere. It was like the Winchester Mystery House on steroids. But better steroids, because it would actually like close off to, like, you wouldn't have like stairs that led to nothing. You'd have them lead to actual rooms. You know, you didn't have a door that just dropped out. That just dropped you from like 3 stories high. Like it was great. Oh yeah, it had a pool. I forgot about that. Like, there was a long hallway that had like nothing underneath until I put like a shed or something. That had like a balcony on the long hallway, and you could jump into the pool from like the 2nd floor. I'm gonna try and recreate that because that was one of my favorite features.
Because you better believe I would. Suddenly, we just get text explaining the next part of the story. They forget to record the lines? Did they not animate it? Or are they just running too long with this shit? Whatever the answer, that was really awkward and inept. Everyone dealing with a beast beauty, I tried. You're not even going with her? I at the very least did that. At least tell me the beast paid out some. Oh my, yes, look. Seriously, that's it? You suck.
Actually, I came here to inquire if you had considered my offer. Monsieur Renner, much as I would now wish to take you up on your offer, I cannot.
See? The old bastard really did want to marry her off to his cousin. Disgusting shitter. Really, Beauty, you dodged a bullet on this one.
Who am I to marry now?
I'm running out of family members. So even though Renard just found out about Beauty getting sold off to Bitch Boy Beast, somehow Rodin is already following her over to the Beast Boy's pad. Mostly so he can do this again. She is looking right at Rodin here, and they make it so confusing where anyone is in relation to anything. But, instead of that creep, she's looking at these creeps.
We're the garden keepers. Welcome to our humble home.
I'd put the twins from The Shining over these two. Scary enough on their own. We hope one day that our souls back may regain yours. I should probably pass on that, but, thanks? Oh, creepy frog is a recurring thing in this. That's,
Hello, Beauty. We've been expecting you. Or rather, we've been looking forward to your coming to stay with us.
or rather, we've been looking forward to your free will disappearing. Why? Why? Oh, I actually forgot this doofus really did get his neck broken in the film he was actually from. Well, at the very
fuck.
least, the beast apparently let all the air out of him, and now he's deflated. Oh, stop with the frogs! So can't handle dialogue without fucking it up, Bevanfield. You have no business throwing songs in here, especially not ones more complicated than I guess the drugs are kicking in though, so Beauty's beginning to enjoy her life being thrown away because of her old idiot father picking a flower and being a spineless prick. The Beast wonders if 43 minutes in is still too early to actually begin the Beauty and the Beast plot. Wouldn't want to jump ahead. Anyway, then Beauty jumps ahead by just imagining the ending of the movie, complete with what this Beast looks like as a human. The Beast is actually human? Spoilers! Did these guys just want to make the princess and the frog instead or something? Beauty's got more chemistry with the frog creep than they give me sex slaves in exchange for flowers creep. Bernard's door is a xylophone. Speaking of things that make sense, he just warps open the door. Then Buttonface shows us the laziest thing yet. Our reuse of the beast choking him from the bush animation, minus the bush.
Are you deliberately trying to annoy me?
I thought that was the theme of the movie.
Oh, don't feel it yourself.
You cut him off mid-word. Devin Field, you suck. Ah,
Good evening, Future. How was your day, been?
get to the damn point.
I hadn't thought of what your father must have told you about the master. He was good and kind.
Which he'll show once you start having your Stockholm syndrome.
I wonder.
kick in. Then you can cater to his every whim and he'll stop threatening to murder you and your family. Good and kind. It wasn't funny! Almost 50 minutes in and Beauty has finally met the stupid beast. And guess what? It's time for boring dinner conversation.
I shall find it hard to make this place my home,
Why is that?
because for all its grandeur, it is not where
Are you able to get away with?
I need to be closer to my dealer.
I will show you around the castle and then
Hmm.
Your offer is kind, yet I do not feel like company.
You don't want to hang out with the loser dog bear fuck that kidnapped you? You are unreasonable. I know you're upset, Beauty, but don't worry. I've got a few more people coming to serve me for life because they walked on my cross.
tonight I shall take you to the ball. There you can play with me. I know you very well.
Yes, I also spied on you. Add that to the list of my good and kind things. Oh, that is just anyway, they play piano together, falling in love. Well, that's all it takes. What the shit? Did the beast encase someone in stone? Good and kind. Oh, for the love of, if you don't have anything else to actually add, just get to the point instead of randomly cutting to the movie's ending prematurely. Keep it away.
Hmm.
It's been going on for like literally 2 minutes. Oh, shit.
Hmm.
What is it, Jack?
I was just thinking about the dream I had.
And what dream might that be?
Because then the movie would be over. Oh, the frog is surprised. It didn't know Beast was in this movie. No, he's stolen that frog's face for all of his merch.
I would like to ask if you would marry me.
After all, he played piano and walked in my beard a couple of times. I think that's Bob opening up the open for us. Also, Beauty has a 3-fingered witch hand. It's quite disgusting. Ugh, can you imagine the wet dog smell that's going to be coming off this guy right now? Why don't you two move instead of getting pissed on by this fountain?
He spends so much time with his roses.
When you rose on one of his bushes dies, it means the master's life is shortened
Hmm.
by 1 month. When your unsuspecting father took a rose from the master's garden, he accidentally reduced the life of the master.
Maybe the bitchy beast ought to keep his magic life force roses in a more conditioned area like a greenhouse and have signs all around them. Though I really do wish some animals would just run up and uproot his whole stupid garden so he'd be dead already.
Ask the mirror what you would like to show you.
Please, Mirror, could you now show me my father?
Oh, if only this movie could actually be that kind. But of course not. It hates everyone watching, and we are forced to watch this old coot very slowly put together that was his cousin Renard who stole his shit. This makes him extremely sick. For no other reason reason, then he sucks. Beauty Magic's home and Beast the dog-faced goblin amazingly doesn't mention a loneliness meter, but when Beauty's sisters see her expensive shit, they wonder if old Beastie Boy might be into horrible Princess Leia cosplays. That made almost too much sense. So, no loneliness meter, but if you get some guests who aren't Beauty, he's dead. You're the worst, Beast.
Please, take me back to the castle. You must remember the way you took.
Of course, the horse understands that. Just throw your ass in the air like you're
But
not
yeah, it was
dead and
thanks to
you're not
Thanks to Tristan that I actually, I guess, really got into the game. Because he would always, like, every time he'd tell me about it, he was just so excited, and I was always excited and happy, ready to hear about, the latest update or,
knows what I did.
you know.
Couldn't get into that. What with all the doll small talk, that was way more important. And if you thought the Renard and Rodin
But I remember the
plot
night,
was
it was
going
nighttime,
anywhere,
it
well, you
was,
would be wrong.
it was my
Never
birthday,
even
and my
mention
sister had
the robberies.
create an
Their
account
only punishment is
for me.
apparently
So she pulled me, she's like, hey Victoria, is happy birthday, we're gonna make you a Minecraft account. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, what do you want your username to be? I'm like, well, how about we use Jumpy Hawk? What if we used my Pop Tropica name? The name was already taken, so I'm like, alright. And then Sam's like, well, what if you used my Pop Tropica name? I'm like, Invisible Flame's a pretty cool name, sure.
It makes time feel like it's stopped. It's padded to shit with nothing, and you'll barely notice when the high points of the story actually happen because it's so droningly executed. They mangled the voice clips seemingly without reason. The animation is crap.
So,
and
yeah.
fuck that frog. Now to conclude this video, I have Mr. Rodin here to answer a few questions about Beth and Neil's production of Beauty and the Beast. Now, Mr. Rodin, that guy could never have his neck broken in times. Apparently, I haven't talked yet enough about stupid Beauty and the Beast, so let's take a look at the romance novel version.
The power of love will save the day. In spite of how he looked, the lady chose to stay.
So what this actually is the anime version of Beauty and the Beast. Doesn't this cover just scream anime? I know a lot of the time the cover art doesn't exactly represent what you're about to see, but this is so far off the mark, it's astounding they ever thought this was a good idea to put this on here. I'm so glad they did though, because this is hilarious looking at this blue cat thing handing a girl a flower. Picture where you're trying to look really close at that castle in the background to see if Fabio's hiding out in. But I can't imagine an image like this being particularly appealing to kids. This version of the tale was originally a part of an anime anthology series and was produced by Nippon Animation, who have been involved with a lot of anime, including Miyazaki work. The series this was originally a part of was called Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics, which is why, rather nonsensically, we have Grimm's Fairy Tales Beauty and the Beast on the cover, when Beauty and the Beast, of course, was not by the Brothers Grimm. This originally aired in '88 over in Japan, and 2 years later we got the English adaptation put out by Saban. Speaking of, this tape has that old balloon Saban bumper on it, which was a real nostalgic boot to the head. This is another cartoon where information is rather spotty, as it has no IMDb entry and there is no English voice cast list. We do have it noted, though, that the music for the English version was provided by Chaim Saban and Shuki Levy. Levy with Saban were responsible for a lot of music and animated shows in the 80s and 90s, like Inspector Gadget, The Real Ghostbusters, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, to name just a handful. Now, luckily for us, this thing wasn't just halfway animated, it's fully animated with color for a whole 27 minutes. It's rather sad that the rather short time they list is a flat-out lie. This thing only really runs for about 23 minutes. Maybe there is 4 extra minutes if you just sit there watching the black area on the tape and the mind-blowing little extras on here like the adjust your tracking message. Skip to this point for the actual review. Fuck, I can't believe I talked about some of the background surrounding this thing. Video treasures? Yeah, more like video disgusting. I've given up, haven't I? And these video treasures that no one liked would eventually grow up to be Anchor Bay, funny enough. So once again, we get a song for one of these things that just kind of tells us the entire plot.
In spite of how he looked, the lady chose to stay.
Oh, spoilers! Really, though, this entire intro is kind of spoiling us on this whole thing, seeing as it's just scenes from later in the movie, episode, whatever you want to call it. And that beast does not at all look like a cat. Glad that disappointment is out of the way.
Forever happy, Beauty and the Beast.
Don't lay too much tension on us.
Speaking of Harley, I wonder where the pup got to.
3 daughters.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
She's asleep right next to me. You're not asleep. Harley. He's a good girl. Hey. Rice. Noodles. Tail wagging more on rice. Hey, Dad.
So, does everyone have to go play with,
Yeah. I just stood in the yard, went down.
huh?
Dakota must have just been in the windows because I don't know, it might not have been Dakota because Dakota wasn't out there. No dog was out there. So it must have been through an open window. It might have been Dakota, it might have been the neighbors.
Meat's still frozen.
You're actually cooking it?
No, you gotta let it. Well, I'm gonna throw it left.
You're gonna see if you can cook it?
That's fit for 24 hours. Look at that. So how's the big mic working there?
How's it working?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually really good.
Okay.
I was sorting out some bugs earlier, and now I'm getting it to record just fine. Yeah. I mean, there was a little bit of a flub with the recording device itself, but I managed to work it out enough to get it to at least record.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was a hassle, and if you asked me to try it again, it'd probably take another hour. But it's decent. So I also discovered I can't do nothing. I can't keep anything near Harley.
Maybe.
She ate my tea bag. She ate the tea bag.
Yeah, almost like she's starving, huh? You did feed her this morning, right?
You didn't?
You did, didn't you?
No. I don't know. I was asleep. Mom probably did.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, I forgot to eat it last night. I was looking for them. I was in bed when I realized. I was in bed when I realized, ah, shit. I left my dad's house.
Well,
God, was this top or bottom?
I don't know. Bounce on the bottom, we'll find out at the top. The heating unit.
Top it is then.
Everything's frozen, so.
Still? What time did you take them out?
When I got home,
Which?
you were sitting here. Yeah.
But you had something in your hand at one point. Hey, Ernie.
Did it.
Yeah, pup. I got nothing.
when it comes to a thing.
Buy me a beautiful dress.
No, I was giving you
something
stuff earlier, but I got
lots of
nothing.
branded. And buy me shoes. Be sure to get the latest style.
They don't deserve it. Get them nothing. On second thought, maybe my gift will be the back of my hand. Too far, bro.
Maria, anything for you?
Wow, Maria? You mean she gets a real name here instead of just Beauty or Beauty in another language? Amazing. But even though she's got a name, Maria isn't very original and just asks Old Beard to get her a red rose. Which might seem like a humble request, but really she's just trolling the shit out of her dad by asking for this out of season.
I would like a red rose. Come back when it warms up.
He was disappointed not to have a gift for Maria, for he feared this might be his last trip into town.
Why? Because he's lazy. He can't be that close to death unless they aren't telling us something.
First dog ever. I thought, oh, you know, an older dog would be, you know, that's where. No, she's just as practically a puppy. She's just as, if not even bigger of a handful. Yeah.
Yes, and I'll shove the rose so far up her ass it comes out her mouth and then burn the house down.
I'm sure no one will mind if I pick one from your butt.
What an unexpected turn of events! Every rose is valuable to me, and if you refuse to give it back, I will take your
Anyway,
life. Some beasts are just a little
Yep.
overly attached to their gardens, aren't they? What is this guy worried about? Half of his stupid flowers are dead anyway, thanks to his little snow show. And once
Anyway,
again,
it's getting
this isn't the version of
close to dinner time, so I'm probably just gonna stop the recording for tonight
We can work this out.
Well, yes, your daughter who has such a great desire for my
and
red rose
try
has consent to be
recording
my wife.
again tomorrow, or if not, in like a little bit. So I guess this is it for now. And right now I don't have the phone on my computer yet. Anyway, but that's yeah, I guess signing off for now.